Hi, this is Mark Squires, the Medicare Whisperer with Wise Choices Financial in the Kansas City area. In this video, I'd like to discuss something you may not have heard before. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine, and I hope I don't sound like I'm yelling at you because that's not my purpose here, but you need to become a savvy healthcare shopper. Look, we all look for the best deal when we're going out to a restaurant, unless of course we just want something in particular, but we clip the coupons for the restaurant. We take a look to see who has the senior special. You know, how many of you eat at Captain D's at 4 o'clock because they have a senior special, right? Okay, when we're buying a car, we don't just walk up to a car lot and say, well, my brother has a red car, I want a red car. No. You take a look, you do some savvy shopping, you do some comparisons. That's how you buy a car. You buy a TV, you buy a washing machine, a dishwasher, a refrigerator. You don't just walk in and point and say, that's pretty, I want it. You do some research. And yet, what do? And we've been doing this since 1975. When the first HMOs came out in 1975, an entire, 2 or 3 generations of us have gotten the idea that healthcare is no more expensive than the copay, and that's not at all true. You need to be a savvy healthcare shopper. Ask lots of questions. If the doc wants you to go in for whatever test, ask the doctor point blank, why is this necessary? Okay? I had a situation, my doctor, personal doctor passed away a few years ago, but there was one day many years ago when I was having some pain and he wanted to send me for this test and that test. Well, at that time, my insurance deductible was $10,000. Yes, I said that. Deductible was $10,000. I said, Doc, this is coming out of Mark's pocket. You're a 70-some-year-old osteopath. Poke around till you find it. He poked around until one point I said, ow, and he said, oh. And guess what? We avoided how many thousands of dollars of tests? You need to be a savvy healthcare shopper. Now, stay off the internet, okay? The internet does not have the answers you need. You need to go to a qualified medical professional, right? But be a savvy shopper. Ask the doctor, is this test really necessary? Okay, I'm not beating up the doctors. They got a hard enough job. I mean, they got 3 to 4 minutes to see you before they have to move on to the next patient just to make a living. Okay, I'm not beating them up. I get it. But doctor needs to do a test, pick up the phone. You want to do an MRI? Pick up the phone, start calling. Get a list. You can go to the internet for this one. Every place that does MRIs within 50 miles and call them. Hey, I need to have an MRI done for this. What's the price? Now, let me tell you something. The imaging centers are going to absolutely hate me for this. True story. A few years ago, a friend of mine had a friend to a friend, needed an MRI for some situation, didn't have insurance, so I helped him out. I called around. And I don't have time to do this anymore, so don't call me and ask me to do it. But we called and we started out with about $3,200. And over the course of about 3 hours of calling going, well, the place over here said they do it for X. Look, it cost them the same amount of money to turn that MRI machine on in the morning whether there's a person in it or not. So what it came down to is this lady wound up going about 45 miles away from town early in the morning and waiting until they had a cancellation or a no-show, and she got the same MRI done for $400. Now, the numbers are going to be different where you are. I know that. Okay, and this was several years ago. The point is, you have to be a savvy healthcare shopper. Same thing with insurance rates. Learn a little bit about insurance. Why do we buy insurance? To keep from being financially devastated if and when the worst happens. Okay? Look at that. Don't just go out there to the marketplace and find the cheapest thing you can find because you're going to be very disappointed later. Think this through. How big of a check can you write for your health care? What happens if you die and your family is left behind without your income? Might be a good idea to look at that life insurance and don't just go find the cheapest thing they're talking about on the radio. Be a savvy healthcare shopper. Be a savvy insurance shopper. If you want help with that, give me a call. I'm at 816-841-9141. Mark Squires, Wise Choices Financial. My team and I would be happy to help you with those types of decisions. Now, we don't do car insurance, we don't do homeowners insurance or commercial, but I know the best of the best in those areas too. So if you need a referral, give me a call or check us out on our website, www.lifewithmedicare.com. Thank you for watching this long video all the way through. By the way, everything I just said was my opinion and strictly my opinion, but I'm right. Thanks for watching. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.